Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marcy. Thank you for clicking on that thumbnail, showing I'm sharing girl some love. We have a new release by my favorite fragrance house. And Nihilo doesn't do literal gourmands, but they do gourmand leaning fragrances. So when I saw two like literal gourmand notes in this fragrance, pistachio and strawberry, I knew that I had to get my nose on it. I did mention this before in one of my other reviews. On my wish list reviews, I'm not sure if that fragrance review is released yet because I got a lot in the queue that I need to release. I know you guys just watched the vanilla review as well. That was during the fires. Everything is fine. Okay, we actually had rain yesterday. So yeah, that review was, you saw the amber alerts going on in the review, so, or the evacuation alert. So anyway, you guys, please, you know, continue to pray for LA and all of the things that have to, you know, we got a lot of work and a lot of cleanup to do here and a lot of hearts and homes to repair. So please continue to like, comment, subscribe, turn on those notification bells, all that good stuff, y'all. And let's get started with my favorite fragrance house review. And first we're going to talk about, please, I hope you guys, I want to get to 10K this year, okay? I know I got to do the work and I got some things I need to work on, but I know some of you guys are not subscribed, so please subscribe and turn on those notification bells. So anyway, we are going to talk about, I've been talking about this on Instagram so much. We're going to talk about, and I need to do a strawberry fragrance review as well. We're going to talk about Nihilo's a Spiky Muse. I don't think it's called Spiky Muse, but I think it's Spiky Muse. So when I heard that it was coming out, this was coming out, one of my subscribers sent me a message and she was like, oh yeah, did you see this fragrance? Whatever, she sent me a picture. I was like, absolutely, you know. So I went to go investigate more because I saw it in passing. I think on one of the fragrance websites I subscribe to, they have like a new release selection. So I saw it on there, but I forgot about it. And then she sent me the DM on Instagram and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so true. When is it coming out? I need to get my nose on it. So I went to go check out the notes and yeah, stunning. I was like super excited. Strawberry. I really think strawberry is going to be the new in 2025. I think strawberry and fresh musky scents. Fresh, clean but better, musk but better, your skin but better type scents. And the note of strawberry, I think is going to be really popular in 2025. So this has the note of strawberry. There's rose absolute, there's pistachio, there's bergamot, there's vanilla, there's amber figs and akigala wood, there's musk. There are so many notes in this fragrance that I was drawn to, especially when you tell me strawberry and akigala wood, like where, okay? Strawberry, pistachio, and akigala wood. I literally smelled it before I smelled the fragrance, okay? So anyway, we have 22 fragrances that we're going to be talking about today, and we're going to go through those in a timely manner because I don't want to keep y'all here all day long. And I've been watching that my reviews, my shorter reviews are doing so much more better than my long reviews, okay? So first off, we're going to be talking about Spiky Muse. Now, I ordered this from Webster. Now, Nihilo, if you are in Los Angeles and if you want to see me, they are having a launch on February the 13th, right before Valentine's Day, you know, so you can get all the love. It should be really nice. Everything they throw is really nice. So February the 13th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. they are going to be having a new release, a launch party for Spiky Muse. So be there or be square, y'all. So anyway, it's a lovely boutique. It is one of my favorite, it is my favorite boutique in Los Angeles. Like I just love going there smelling stuff because it's so comfortable that I've already smelled. So like I said, I put a little bit of a dent in this fragrance already, 50 mLs. I wore it 2 days in a row. Initially, like literally my mouth is watering. I smell all the strawberry and that juicy jammy rose. So this is so good. So this is the 50 ml and this was, I got a little bit of a 15% discount because I did subscribe to Webster, which is a high-end clothing, perfume, a high-end anything store, and I had no idea about it until I Googled the fragrance. So Webster, it was, they sent, I put it in my basket, then they sent me a coupon because I didn't purchase it 2 days later, 3 days later for 15% off. So I was like, okay, this makes sense now. At least I can get the taxes. So this ended up being like $240 with shipping and everything. I think shipping was free, or with, yeah, or with shipping. I don't think shipping was free. So anyway, ordered it from Webster, but you can call to the boutique, the LA boutique, and let them know your girl sent you, Marcy, and order Spiky Muse. You know, we try to keep the boutique running up and going because there are only 2 boutiques, one in Paris and one in Los Angeles. So we need that one in Los Angeles, you all. So anyway, on the opening of this fragrance, you get all the strawberry and a little light atomizer. Amazing. I don't want to waste this. So you get a creamy pistachio. You get, sorry y'all, my mouth is watering. You get a juicy, slightly tart strawberry. You get a jammy rose in the opening. Initially, when I sprayed this, because the atomizer had not been activated, I got a little more of the pistachio. Now for me, I do get that pistachio, that nuttiness in the background, but you get a beautiful, non-synthetic, non-sharp, non-fake strawberry or non-candied. This smells more like a strawberry jam and like a rose jam. It is super juicy. It's amazing. The Akigala wood just projects it more. It makes it a little more fresh, right along with the musk, a little bit of fresh, zesty woodiness. It is absolutely gorgeous. It almost smells like a strawberry Bellini a little bit with some rose petals. It is gorgeous, but you definitely, when I saw Akigala wood, I love Akigala wood. When I saw that, I was like, oh my goodness. And Ambrofix, which gives it that push, that boost, that gives it amazing performance. So when I walked into work and I wore this fragrance the first day, about 5 to 6 people told me how good I smelled before I even got report. They said, you smell really fresh. So I think that's the musk, the Akigala wood, the Ambrofix, that is giving that musky, fresh, slightly woody, spicy airiness. And I think there's cedarwood in here that I absolutely love. So it is not a literal gourmand. This to me is a fruity floral gourmand. It's woody, it's fresh, it's airy, it's musky, and no, it doesn't smell like anything else I've ever smelled in my entire fragrant life or on the market. This is perfection, and I really do hope they never get rid of this fragrance, because to me, this is a floral gourmand masterpiece, okay? And I absolutely love it. Like I said, call up to the LA boutique. This is going to be at Webster, and it's only going to be at the boutiques. So I prefer you guys to call to the LA boutique and order this, or to come to the LA boutique on February the 13th. If you need, you know, some more information, DM me over on Instagram or email me, and then you could Google the information for the boutique as well. But there's only one boutique in Los Angeles. You know, you can contact Jennifer, you can contact Venoms, you can contact Liza, and then we'll give you all the information on the boutique, on the launch party. But you guys, and if you want to purchase, this is amazing. And they also give out samples too at the boutique, okay? So with purchase, you should be receiving samples as well. Y'all, I love the boutique. I don't get anything from it. I almost bought all of these fragrances here. Probably 90% of these fragrances I purchased myself. So, yes, I should be a spokesperson for Ex Nihilo because I love them so much. Anyway, you guys, get your nose on. To me, the performance, okay, because I know somebody's going to ask me that, because all of Ex Nihilo's fragrances, no matter what anybody say, I've been dealing with these fragrances for a long time. Some people say, oh, I can't smell it. They don't perform on me. Are you spraying twice? How many times are you spraying? Because I at least spray a lot of these fragrances 10 times, and that is 10 times too much. You can spray these fragrances 6 to 8 times and smell them on your clothes over 24 hours. On my skin, because I do wear a lot of these to work, all of my Ex Nihilos, my extracts last for days, okay? All of my Ex Nihilos, at least they perform 16 hours with good performance. So if you guys aren't smelling it, then I don't know what to tell you, because mine's perform. Now, Spiky Muse, if you like a fruity floral gourmand, then you need to get your nose on this one. Guys, girls, whoever, it does lean a little feminine to me for those that like those, you know, little slightly sweet and fruity jammy fragrances. And I love it. I'm obsessed. And if they ever get rid of that, if I ever hear that they're getting rid of it, I'm going to buy 2 backups, okay? Because it is just that good. It makes my mouth water. So the next one we're going to talk about is Sweet Morphine. Now, I'm just going to give you guys a brief description on all of these fragrances, you know, because people want to know. Now, if you like lilac, if you like mimosa, if you like iris, if you love rose, if you like a purple floral mixed with a rose and musk and vanilla, then you need to get your nose on Sweet Morphine. You can still find the Sweet Morphine. I know it's discontinued in a lot of places. If you cannot find Sweet Morphine, then you really need to get your nose on the Sweetest Morphine. They do have different tops. This one is the Sweetest Morphine. Now, the Sweetest Morphine, to me, it is not as heavy on the violets or the lilac and mimosa. This one's a little more sparkling. It's a little medicinal that I've heard. And yes, I get that because of the lilac in here. If you've ever smelled lilac, if you are a lilac fan, if you are a iris and lilac fan, then you really need to get your nose on this one. It's gorgeous. Now, the Sweetest Morphine, it's not as heavy on the lilac and mimosa. This one's a little more sparkling. This one has lilac mimosa. There's also, I think, a yellow floral in here, I believe, and rose. But this one, to me, is a little lighter on the lilac and mimosa. I think they heard you guys when they said it was a little too heavy. So they came out with something a little muskier, a little more fresh, a little airier, not as heavy on the rose. And this one has a lot more vanilla. So more vanilla, more musk, and they dialed back the lilac, the rose, and the mimosa in this fragrance. But I absolutely love both. Which one is more appealing? I would say the Sweetest Morphine. This one will be more appealing if you have a hard time with like lilac and mimosa. If you are a mimosa, lilac, rose fan, this one. I don't get as much rose in my Sweetest Morphine as well, but they're both gorgeous and I love them both. Flor, Ex Nihilo's the Sweetest Morphine. I was going to say Flor Narcotique because that is one of their most popular fragrances. So now let's talk about Flor Narcotique since we are here already. Now I have one from the Collections Edition, which I got my name engraved on it. Actually, it's not that one. I think I put LA over it. So these are both Flor Narcotique, and we also have an extrait as well. So Flor Narcotique, there's peony, there's peach, there's lychee, it's musky, it's fresh, it's creamy. So it's all the fruits, all the creamy fruits, vanilla and musk, and some citruses at the top. Some people say this fragrance is cloying. This is an amazing bridal scent, wedding day scent, meet your mother-in-law scent. I take this to work and everyone loves this fragrance. I don't know anybody that doesn't love Flor Narcotique by Ex Nihilo. So anyway, it's very fruity, it's very musky, and it's citrusy in the opening, and it's sweet vanilla. So these are beautiful, but you definitely get it's so good. The creaminess of the fruits with the citrus and the musk and vanilla. Now, I have the original that I love, and then I also have one that I made with the Osmolol machine. And then this is the original Flor Narcotique, and then I added more musk on top of that. Now, this is sweeter. This is more muskier. So the musk kind of cut into the sweetness of the fruits, made it a little more fresh, airy. Now, the Osmolol machine, they have these at the boutique only. They do have this at the Bergdorf Ex Nihilo counter only, where you can take a fragrance and you can add rose, you can add iris, you can add musk, you can add amber to it, and I think you may be able to add some oud to it as well. I know there's rose, iris, amber, vanilla, and musk off top. So anyway, love the musk version of Flor Narcotique. Like I said, it's not as sweet. Some people say this is cloying. To me, it's not as cloying. You cannot overspray this because it's a beast. Anyway, love them both. I also love, which people say it's cloying as well. And this one can be a little cloying if you spray too much, but I love it. And this is, why can I find it? Okay, here it is. This is Flor Narcotique, and so there's 3 versions that I have, and I should need another Flor Narcotique ever in this lifetime. So this is the extrait. Now the extrait is giving the same as the EDP, but it's heavier. It's a little more powdery. It's fresh, it's giving freshness, but just imagine this on steroids. To me, it's still not cloying. You just have to know how to spray. You still get a more of a powdery than a creamy, powdery, peony, peach fruits, you know, a beautiful musk, and a lot of vanilla, a lot of powdery vanilla. But yes, the extrait is amazing. If you love the EDP, then you can just amplify that and get the extrait, okay? Or if you want to use the Osmolol machine and you can add more musk, you can actually add more vanilla to Flor Narcotique as well. So I love Flor Narcotique. So you definitely get all the peaches. I want to make sure I push those to the back that I've spoken about already. So the next one we have is Venoms Kiss. So Venoms Kiss was one of my very first Flor Narcotique. So I had a hard time choosing if I wanted to buy Scarso by Miller Harris or Venoms Kiss. So this is completely unisex. So this is a beautiful rose artemisia. I think Scarso has oud inside. I don't think this has oud inside. There's neroli, vanilla, some styrax, saffron, and bread, artemisia, and some nutmeg to give it that sweet creaminess. Now this one will be amazing for the fall and the winter because it is a little heavy. That nutmeg and vanilla adds a bit of a sweetness to it with a slight greenness. Now the only difference between this fragrance and Scherzo is that Scherzo has the tangerine and it's a little more green and sharp in the opening. This one dries down almost the same without the tangerine and the sharp greenness in the opening with just a little more creaminess. It's more elegant. It's more, you know, just upscale, sophisticated, opulent. It is absolutely beautiful, but it's very warm, ambery, with the creaminess of the nutmeg, the vanilla, and slight greenness from the artemisia. It almost smells like there's saffron in it, but it's not. There's neroli. The neroli is not a very prominent neroli, but the creaminess of the sandalwood, like it's blended to perfection and it's amazing. This is for a grown person, okay? If you love a very warm, sensual, ambery, spicy fragrance with a little bit of brightness from the neroli and a creamy sandalwood, then get your nose on it. Completely unisex, but this is a night out on the town. This is date night worthy. This is lounge worthy. It is absolutely gorgeous. Venoms Kiss, like I said, if you like Scherzo minus the tangerine, and I do love Scherzo, but this one to me was a little sexier, y'all. Then get your nose on Venoms Kiss. So the next one we're going to talk about this is from the Signature collection as well. And you guys know that I do love Gold Immortals. I went to the boutique. I did a reel on it over on Instagram, and they have a Gold Immortals extrait. I was like, I love Gold Immortals, but I'm going to wait for the Gold Immortals extrait. So in the Gold Immortals extrait, you have your pear. There's vanilla. There's some Elise Long in there. There's also some, let me see. Let me get the notes right. So there's some pear and there's some spices, but this literally smells like it's warm, it's ambery, it's vanillic, and you do get a beautiful pear note. So let's see, Gold Immortals. Oh, peony as well, sorry. There's pear, peony, and I think there's Lisse Long, which is that yellow floral. There's musk, amber, tonka bean, and bourbon vanilla. This is beautiful. Now, when I smelled the extrait was a little more ambery, sharp, a little green, very earthy and masculine in the opening, but the dry down is beautiful. Recently, I went to New York or Scent Explorer, and then David and we had breakfast, and he said, I said, what do you have on? You smell amazing. And he goes, oh, you should know it. He said, it's your favorite. It's one from your favorite fragrance house. And I said, what is it? I said, I know the DNA. Like, I know the smell. So he had on Brompton Immortals extrait, and he smelled amazing. I was like, I love the dry down of Brompton Immortals extrait, but I also love every single part, the opening, the mid, the dry down of the EDP. Now, I use the Osmolol machine on this one as well because I wanted to add a little more vanilla to my Gold Immortals. So I wanted it to be a little sweeter, not so ambery, but with that pear, vanilla, amber. It's a little sweet. It's perfection, you all. So Gold Immortals, I love Gold Immortals EDP as it is. But I wanted to just do something a little more special, got my name engraved on it, and then I added some vanilla to it as well. But y'all, get your nose on Gold Immortals as is. It's stunning. But that's the Gold Immortals with a little vanilla. I mean, who doesn't want a little more vanilla in their life? I know I do. So the next one we're going to talk about is, let's just talk about Blue Talisman. You all know, I said they are coming out with a Blue Talisman extract. And this is one of my like holy grails, okay? So there's ginger, there's pear. I love Ex Nihilo's use of pear because they use pear in a lot of their fragrances, hence Gold Immortals. So there's pear, there's ginger, there's orange blossom. It's completely unisex with the orange blossom in there. There's akigala wood. It's very fresh, invigorating, vibrant. The most amazing, this is like a holy grail for summer. The most amazing fragrance for summer, all year long. If you want something fresh, a little spicy, a little woody, with a beautiful citrus and ginger and pear. And I'm like, this is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I love, love, love Blue Talisman. And they're coming out with an extract. I cannot wait to see what the extract smells like. I'm in love with this one, so please, Ex Nihilo, please don't disappoint us. I love, love, love this stuff, and oh, my heart would be broken if I did not love the extract. So anyway, the extract is coming out closer to the summer, you guys. And y'all, this is bae, okay? So the next one we're going to talk about is another beautiful grapefruit citrus with akigala wood. There's vanilla, there's tonka bean in here. So there's bergamot, there's grapefruit, tonka bean, vanilla. It's most amazing. And in the extract, they have a lychee note inside. Lychee, and they added amber wood. Okay, so in the Hedonist, there's the extract. So in the EDP, you have there's vetiver in here in the dry down, but it is not a heavy vetiver. Now, a lot of men are drawn to the EDP. A lot of women don't wear the EDP, but I wear the EDP and it smells completely unisex. I wore this to work and they were like, oh, you smell good, you smell good. You know, I got all these compliments. And I said, you know what? A lot of men wear this fragrance. This is not geared towards men because everybody can wear everything, but a lot of men purchase the Hedonist, okay? And I know a lot of women will be purchasing the Hedonist extract with that extra creaminess and the lychee note. But I wear the Hedonist, y'all. This is the anniversary edition. Congratulations to Ex Nihilo, 10-year anniversary. They remain independent. They have not been bought out by any large beauty brand. But they are independent. So I love the fact that they're independent. They do what they want. Nothing's reformulated. You know, they come out with all these opulent, exquisite fragrances, and I love them. So anyway, the Hedonist, you have in both, you have your grapefruit, ginger, vetiver, vanilla, musk. There's some cedar wood, and then they added lychee and amber wood. So this is fresh. It's sweet. It's invigorating. It almost gives you like, this was out, the Hedonist was out way before Vibrato, but it gives you those similar vibes. It gives you vibes of Bulgari Tiger, but to me, this one is not as heavy. It's not as masculine as Bulgari Tiger. It's not as spicy. This one is blended to perfection, and I love it. Like I said, guys, if you're looking for a signature scent, you need to get the Hedonist EDP. Ladies, if you want something fresh, invigorating, or whoever, then you need to get your something like with a citrus, a beautiful creamy citrus, then spicy citrus, zesty, and you love the note of grapefruit and vanilla and musk, then the Hedonist EDP. If you want it to be a little more fruity, heavier, crazy projection on both of these. They last over like 24 hours. On my skin, I would say this lasts at least 18 hours. If I sprayed this on my skin, I can imagine this is an extract. This would last even longer if I didn't shower. But y'all, the added lychee note in here made this a little sweet, fruity, and I'm absolutely obsessed. But completely unisex fragrances on both. Anybody can wear these. So that's the Hedonist. The next one is one that I purchased in Dubai. So this was an exclusive to Dubai, and this is Scarlet Sands. So I thought this was going to have the note of dates in there, but I have another fragrance that have a note of dates that I will be layering with Scarlet Sands. So Scarlet Sands, you have your mandarins, there's saffron, it's sweet, there's raspberry in here. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's warm raspberry, it's warm ambers, raspberry, and some citruses. Not a real bergamot, but more of a clementine smell, more of a sweet mandarin orange smell with the raspberry. It is mouth-watering, decadent, and some ambers. I think there's saffron in here as well, and some sweet vanillas. This is gorgeous. I can spray this all day. Like I said, if you go over to Paris, they may have this fragrance in a Paris boutique, but I do know that it is exclusive to Dubai. And they have a, what is it? There was a store in Dubai, one of the retail stores in Dubai. It was in Dubai Mall. That's where I initially found this fragrance, in Dubai Mall. But anyway, Ex Nihilo's, Scarlet, sorry, I forgot the name. I want to say Scarlet Muse. Ex Nihilo's Scarlet Sands. I'm getting the names mixed up, you guys. Scarlet Sands is gorgeous if you love a citrus, ambery, raspberry scent. Now, they have 1019 Wonders, which is so Scarlet Sands has the Arabic writing on it, and I'm assuming that this says Scarlet Sands. I hope. I should have asked, what is that? And then the Bergdorf exclusive, 119 Wonders, has the purple top. I should have showed you guys all of the tops. So anyway, when I did you can choose your own tops when you get a fragrance made with the Osmolong machine. So they have multiple different tops: marble, pearl, buffalo horn. So I chose LA. It's a pink top, and it's beautiful. Onyx. You know, they have different types of tops, and I loved it. I thought it went with the flowers. So this one's beautiful. I got a pearl onyx top here. It's like a opulent yellow pearl. I love the fact that you can choose your tops with the Osmolong machine. So back to 119 Wonders. This one is dates, cacao, caramel, and vanilla. This one is gourmand leaning as well, not slight. Gourmand leaning from a light dusty cacao, but there's some rich warm dates in here, ambers, vanillas, there's caramel. This fragrance, even though it lists the note of cacao, it is very light on the cacao or chocolate scent. Just a dusty, airy powderiness, but I absolutely love it. If you want a date, I would have thought Scarlet Sands would have dates. So I'm going to layer these two together, Scarlet Sands and 119 Wonders, and I'm going to get that extra added sweetness that I want from the caramel, the dates, the cacao, with the raspberry and the mandarin. Y'all, these two, they just go together, okay? I can imagine those two together. So the next one we're going to talk about is Brompton Immortals, and I do have an extrait for Brompton Immortals. So this is a beautiful, so they smell exactly the same. Somebody told me that this was more masculine, but when I initially smelled it, so I did not order it from Harrods, because I was going to order it from Harrods and have it shipped to the US, but when they said it was a little more masculine, I do love some masculine fragrances, but I'm also a pretty prissy, elegant, femininity type girl, and I love a good sweet floral feminine fragrance, fruits, whatever it is, you know, just keep it elegant and feminine, okay? But I do love the woodiness as well sometimes. So anyway, Brompton Immortals this is the extrait, this is the EDP. Love them both. They smell exactly the same, except the extrait is a little more heavier on the saffron and the ambers. So there's ambers, saffron, rose. If you want a beautiful, elegant, sexy, sophisticated, opulent rose scent, then this is the one that you need to get your nose on. And when I tell you this extrait is a beast, Brompton Immortals extrait, it is an absolute beast, and it projects like crazy. They both project like crazy. They both have amazing performance, but they're both beautiful. Saffron, I think there's a little bit of praline or nutmeg in here. Rose, saffron, it's woody, it's fresh. There's loads of saffron. So if you want a saffron rose fragrance with some vanilla, musk, slightly sweetened, get your nose on Brompton Immortals EDP. I say start with the EDP first. If you love the EDP, then move right along to the extrait as well. But but they're both beautiful. Like I said, the X-ray is a little more creamy. It's warm. It's a little more ambery, a little more resinous and rich. So the next one we're going to talk about is a Vesper Glitz. I slept on Vesper Glitz. A friend of mine came out here to visit. We went to the Nihilo boutique and he sprayed this, and I smelled it in the air. I said, what did you just spray on? He said something called Vesper Glitz. I said, that's Vesper Glitz. When I initially smelled it, I smelled this on paper and I didn't smell it on skin. So I smelled his skin and he smelled amazing. So there's neroli. It's a neroli dominant fragrance, but there's saffron, neroli, citruses. It is absolutely beautiful. So in Vesper Glitz, you have your pink pepper, ylang ylang, mimosa, vanilla, Madagascar vanilla to be exact. But it is beautiful. Fresh pink pepper, citruses, musk. It's clean, it's fresh, and it's compliment getting. If you don't want a heavy fragrance, I would say reserve Vesper Glitz for the summer. This leaves an absolutely amazing sillage, compliment getting, but I would reserve this fragrance for the summer because on your skin and the heat, this absolutely shines. It is not a heavy neroli. It is blended very well. It smells airy, citrusy with a slight hint of neroli, and that pink pepper just gives it that boost to make it slightly warm, spicy. It is gorgeous. Get your nose on Vesper Glitz. I slept on this one, y'all, and I'm so glad that Charles came out here because I don't know if I would have tried it again. I'm glad he came out here and sprayed it on his skin, you know, because I was like, what did you just spray? He was like, Vesper Glitz. I said, what? Vesper Glitz. So the next one is Explicite. Now, Explicite is a beautiful, I'm gonna give you the notes for this one because I don't wear this one a lot. I've gone through, since I've had it, I've probably worn it about 3 times, but it is a beautiful fragrance. It's a little more gourmand leaning than a lot of the other ambery, warm, heavier fragrance because there's like a lot of vanilla and some praline in here, I think. So yeah, there's some praline. So at Explicite, there's nutmeg, pink pepper, praline, peony, lily of the valley, sandalwood, amber, and vanilla. Now you definitely get that praline in this fragrance and a little bit of greenness from the lily of the valley, but it's very fresh. But it's a very warm, ambery, sandalwood, vanillic fragrance. It's almost a little non-descriptive in the florals, you know? It just smells like a beautiful white floral that's ambery, fresh, with a lot of vanilla, slight greenness, and a sweetness from the praline. But it's absolutely beautiful. This one you can find on discounters for a smaller price, you know, or you can buy from the Nihilo boutique and have that amazing experience. I'm wondering if you can add vanilla to this because I would love to add vanilla to this or iris. Anyway, it's a beautiful fragrance, elegant, opulent, grown up. This one definitely gives like I'm a woman and I know what I want, or I'm an individual and I know what I want, and it's beautiful. Like I said, slight gourmand leaning with a praline and that boost of pink pepper that pushes it out. So the next one is Outcast Blue. Now, I do not like the original Outcast Blue. It was a little, now I like it, but I don't like it on me. It's a little too masculine. So this one actually gave me slight vibes. When I smelled it, I smelled a sample. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And there were some heavy notes in here, y'all. So there's tobacco, there's leather, there's saffron, there's some warm spices. It smells a little oody. It's sexy. Like, this is what I want my man to smell like when we're together, okay? When he comes. So anyway, this actually gives vibes, better vibes. I had Oud for Greatness and I recently sold that one. Yeah, I've been selling fragrances, but I haven't been doing declutters over here because it's just a lot to keep putting piles and piles of fragrances together and then them just sitting. But this one, it's smoky. It's slightly oudy to me. Smoky, oudy, creamy. It's slightly sweetened, but a lot of saffron. So I don't even think Outcast Blue. So there's saffron, black pepper, lily of the valley. You definitely get like a floral creamy greenness, a white floral creamy greenness. The tobacco, I get it smoky vetiver, creamy sandalwood, and that oak moss to make it super fresh. This is perfection. Like, to me, Oud for Greatness kind of grew up and became sexier, more sensual. Oud for Greatness, I loved it. It was too much sharp saffron. It was a little heavy for me. This one's way more sophisticated. It gives the nuance of slight oud for greatness. I don't know who was out first, but I know Ex Nihilo doesn't do any dupes, okay, at all. So it's just coincidental. But yeah, if you like oud for greatness, then I think you're gonna be obsessed over Outcast Blue X Straight. Get your nose on this. It's heavy though. I don't know, did I talk about this already? No, Lust in Paradise. So Lust in Paradise, this is the Riviere edition. There's the red on there. Now, the original Lust in Paradise, there's peony, there's citruses, there's woods, there's vanilla. It's fresh, it's musky. It's that like I'm on a sailboat. I'm in the French Riviera. I'm in France. I'm in Côte d'Ivoire or Côte d'Azur? Côte d'Azur, because Côte d'Ivoire is the Ivory Coast, okay? I think Côte d'Ivoire is the Ivory Coast. So this is, I'm in Marseille, I'm on a boat, I'm in Capri, you know, I'm sailing with the wind blowing through my hair with white linens on, and you get the freshness, the wateriness, the aquaticness, right along with the fresh spicy woodiness. It smells a little pink pepper-ish because of the freshness, but it is musk, woods, and citruses, and a slight peony scent, and it's stunning. They do have a Rainier edition that is supposed to be discontinued, and I really want to get my nose on that one as well, because that one gives a little more of a unisex to me. Lust in Paradise is completely unisex, but it has a slight feminine edge. The Rainier edition is completely unisex, but it has a slight masculine edge because it's a little, the citruses are a little harder. It's a little woodier. So there's a Rainier, there's the original Lust in Paradise. This one has aquatic notes or watery notes, so it's giving more of a sea vibe. The original actually gives more of a sea vibe, but this one's a little more aquatic. Love the original as well. It could be a signature scent, Lust in Paradise, and the Rainier edition could be a signature scent as well. Either way, all the Lust in Paradise fragrances are across the board amazing. So it doesn't matter which one you choose, they're all amazing. So the next one we're going to talk about is Chandigar Express. Now, this one's a heavy. This is resinous, it's rich, it's ambers, it's heavy, it's smoky. So in Chandigar Express, there's a lot. Now this definitely gives, I'm in a souk. I'm in a souk market with a lot of spices, or an Indian spice market. And it's giving me like black tea vibes in the dry down, but it's very green and the opening, woody, citrusy from the mandarin and bergamot. It's aromatic and it dries down so beautiful, ambery and dark, but it's giving me tea vibes, even though it doesn't list the note of tea. So I don't even think I wrote this down. Yeah, Chandigar Express, and loads of cardamom too. So Chandigar Express, you have, I think that's where the spices are coming in. You have your mandarin bergamot, Davana, that's giving it that aromatic greenness, tonka bean, jasmine, benzoin, leather. I think there's tobacco, and I know that there's cardamom in this fragrance. And it is gorgeous, but you definitely get that leather. That leather is smooth. This is a leather fragrance that I absolutely love. It's not oily, black, dark. It's smooth right along with the spices. It's creamy, but you definitely, it's very aromatic. You definitely get the citruses. The Davana is green. If you don't like Davana, then definitely sample this fragrance. Do not blind buy this. It is not blind buy worthy, but it's a love. Chandigar Express. This literally smells like, when they say express, just imagine you're on a, you know those trains in Vietnam, or like a train where you are railroad, where you could sleep on, and they're dressed up in those old school clothing or vintage clothing. It's taking you back to like the 50s or the 60s, and they're serving you tea, like high tea. That is what this is giving me. Definitely a masculine leaning, okay? Get your nose on this, not a safe blind buy. The next one we have is a collection signature. Now, I do love Amber Sky, but like I said, I can kind of pick and choose who would love what. A lot of people that aren't into niche fragrances, a lot of women that aren't into niche fragrances would not love Amber Sky. But if you are into niche fragrances, you would love Amber Sky. So Amber Sky, it's woody, it's resinous, it's dark, it's rich, amber, saffron, it's spicy, and it's beautiful. So Amber Sky for me, and y'all know I like some heavy stuff, okay? For me, it was a little too heavy, the original Amber Sky. I would love smelling it on a man. Rico and Joe loved Amber Sky. So many other men I know love Amber Sky. But I wanted it, I love the DNA of Amber Sky, but I wanted it to be a little more feminine. So guess what? I did the collection signature. You know, I had the red opal top added, and I added iris to it. I think I've told you guys about this before. That iris kind of toned down the masculinity. It gave it a feminine edge. You know, Amber Sky is a square box. It came and added some roundness to those edges. It made it a little more feminine, more sexy, more elegant, more opulent and sweet. And y'all, this is amazing. I wore this at Scent Explorer 2 years ago, and I got so many compliments, but it's heavy on the iris. It made Amber Sky a little sweet. Y'all, this is so good. So Amber Sky with iris, stunning, okay? Get your nose on this. Like I said, this was made with an Osmolol machine. Y'all, this got my mouth watering, got me feeling some type of way. Sexy, sexy, sexy. Yeah, winter times. I'm getting all warm now. So anyway, y'all, the next one we're going to talk about is the Irreverence. Y'all know that I love the Irreverence, and I purchased this over in Harrods. When the lady sprayed this on me, or the essay, I was blown away. I was with my girl Farida, Yellow Scent. She was like, Marcy, what did you just spray? I said, she just sprayed the Irreverence on me. We were both in love, and we said, not added to cart. We said, put it in the bag, okay? Anyway, this is saffron, caramel, amber, vanilla, musk, woods. But if you love a sweet caramel, that caramel praline smell in here, right along with the vanilla, the saffron, and the woodiness, stunning. If you love the note of caramel, try this one. Caramel and saffron together, chef's kiss, okay? I think that is all, you guys. Yeah, I hope that was all. So I talked about all the extracts, Vesper Glitz. Yeah, that is it. That was 22 ex Nihilo fragrances. I do have like a little bit of a wish list. Ex Nihilo. I do want a bigger bottle of Spiky Muse, a 100 ml bottle. I do want to get Atlas Fever in my collection, because Atlas Fever gives you like a red berry-esque type coconut vibe. So in Atlas Fever, that is on my wish list. There's red berries, narcissus, which I think is a beautiful yellow floral. There's vanilla, sandalwood, tonka bean. That tonka bean makes it creamy and vanillic, but you get a coconut vibe from Atlas Fever. I love it. Completely unisex. It's amazing. A little dark, sensual, all that. Also, Vetiver Moloko. Y'all, don't sleep on a Vetiver fragrance. Vetiver Moloko is milk. I want that one, okay? Vetiver who? It is milk, rose, cypress, vanilla, and amorous. The vetiver is in the background, and it's giving it a little spicy greenness, but I get a lot of vanilla, a lot of milk, and some rose, and it is absolutely beautiful. I did not pick up this fragrance until one day, one of the essays at the boutique was like, oh, try Vetiver Moloko. I was like, I love vetiver, but not as the top, not as like the main note of the fragrance, you know, and the name, it said Vetiver Moloko. So, Vetiver Loco. So, I smelled it and I was floored. So Vetiver Moloko, Atlas Fever. I don't have Santal Calling, but I do want Santal Calling. Santal Calling is another one that has a milk note. So Vetiver Moloko and Santal Calling have a milk note, but Santal Calling I need. It is a gourmand leading fragrance. There's nutmeg, there's milk as well. There's iris, sandalwood, musk, and vanilla. It creates the most amazing scent bubble. It's sweet, it's comforting, it's warm. So Santal Calling as well. That is it for now. And of course, I need to get the Lust in Paradise, the Renee edition. I also want to get, because that one's a little woodier and spicier. Also want to get my nose on the blue Talisman X-ray when it comes, okay? I'm super excited about the blue Talisman X-ray. Anyway, you guys, go out to the world, spend amazing, see how to do good, be good, all of that. Leave me the Ex Nihilo blue heart, okay? Leave me the Ex Nihilo's color. They are known for blue hearts. If you made it through this video, and let me know which fragrance you are most interested in, or if you've ever tried Ex Nihilo fragrances, okay? If you haven't, you do you guys. All right, bye-bye. Love you.